The Kenworth truck was parked in my own driveway, but I didn't recognize it. My name is Thomas Beckett, 48 years old, long-haul trucker based in Omaha, Nebraska. For 15 years, I drove through all 48 continental states so my wife Rachel and our kids could have a comfortable life. I was supposed to get home Friday night, but the load in Des Moines was faster than expected, so I drove straight through, arriving Thursday at 10 p.m. The living room lights were on. Her car was in the garage, but there was a black Silverado I didn't recognize pulled up to the curb with Douglas County plates. Local. I entered through the back door. The front door always made noise. The house smelled different. Men's cologne that wasn't mine. Expensive beer I never bought because I was always away to drink it. I heard laughter coming from upstairs. Rachel's voice, and the deep voice of a man I didn't know. I climbed the stairs silently. 15 years hauling freight taught me how to move my weight without making a sound. Our bedroom door was ajar. My wife was in our bed with my best friend since high school, Derek Cole. I didn't yell. I didn't hit. I just took out my phone and recorded 30 seconds before they saw me. When Rachel looked up and saw me standing in the doorway, her scream could have woken the entire neighborhood. But what killed something inside me wasn't the act. It was what Derek said when he stood up, not even bothering to look ashamed. "Man, you're always gone. What did you expect?" I became a trucker at 33, right after our second kid was born. Rachel wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and local jobs in Omaha didn't pay enough for the life she wanted. Big house in West Omaha, good schools for the kids, new cars every few years. So I got my CDL and started running long haul. Portland to Miami, Seattle to Boston. 3 weeks out for days home. Sometimes 5 weeks out if the money was good. I missed birthdays. I missed anniversaries. I missed my son Jake's first home run and my daughter Emma's first dance recital. But every 2 weeks, I wired home $4,000, sometimes 5. Every month, Rachel's credit cards got paid, the mortgage got paid, the car payments got paid. Derek was always around. He worked construction, local jobs. He fixed the fence when it broke. Helped Rachel move furniture. Took Jake to baseball practice when I was in Albuquerque. Drove Emma to her friend's house when Rachel was busy. Derek's been such a blessing. Rachel would say, "I don't know what I'd do without him." I was grateful. I thought I had a best friend looking out for my family while I worked to support them. The signs were there if I'd been home enough to see them. How Rachel stopped asking when I'd be back. How she started scheduling girls' nights. That magically happened every time I called. How Jake and Emma got quiet whenever I asked about Uncle Derek. Last Christmas, I came home with $800 worth of presents. Derek was there in my living room opening gifts with my family. He gave Rachel a necklace. Not expensive, but personal. The kind of gift a man gives a woman he knows. She wore it every day. I noticed it in our video calls. I even complimented it once. "Derek has good taste," she said. "He really knows me." Yeah, he did. Derek grabbed his pants, trying to cover himself. Rachel pulled the sheet up, crying, mascara running down her face. "Thomas, I can explain." "Explain what?" My voice was steady. "Cold. Explain why my best friend is in bed with my wife in the house I paid for, while I was 600 miles away, making sure you had everything you wanted." Derek had the nerve to look annoyed. "Look, man, you made your choice. You chose the road over your family. I chose to feed them, to keep a roof over their heads, to pay for Jake's braces and Emma's dance lessons and Rachel's shopping habit." Rachel's tears turned to anger. "Don't you dare blame this on me. You're never here, Thomas. Never. Do you know what it's like raising 2 kids alone? Do you know how lonely I've been? Lonely enough to sleep with my best friend? Derek's been here. Derek listens to me. Derek cares about what I need. Derek doesn't pay for anything." The rage finally came. Derek hasn't contributed a dime to this house, but he sure enjoys everything I've worked for. Derek stood up, pulling on his jeans. "This is between you and Rachel. I'm leaving." "Yeah, you're leaving," I said, stepping aside. "But not before I show you something." I pulled out my phone and showed them the recording. Clear video. Clear audio. Time-stamped. "Nebraska is a no-fault divorce state," I said. "But infidelity affects custody and asset division when there's video evidence. Especially when the affair partner has been around my children, pretending to be a trusted friend." Rachel's face went white. Already sent copies to my lawyer, my brother, and cloud storage. I said, break this phone if you want. Doesn't matter. Derek stepped toward me. I didn't move. You want to swing on me? Go ahead. Assault on video too. That'll help in court. He backed down. Screw you, Thomas. Get out of my house. He left. Rachel stayed in the bed, going through every emotional strategy, anger, pleading, blame. Where am I supposed to go? What about the kids? You should have thought about that before you decided Derek was worth more than 15 years of marriage. I slept in Jake's room that night. The kids were at friends' houses. They didn't need to see any of this. Around 2 a.m., Rachel tried to come in. The door was locked. Thomas, please. We need to talk. Talk to your lawyer. Mine's drawing up papers tomorrow. In the morning, I took family leave from work. Then I called Marcus Steinberg, the best divorce attorney in Omaha. How bad, he asked. Video. Best friend. In my bed. And she's been lying for months. Kids' ages? 16 and 14. Good. Old enough to testify if needed. I checked our phone records. Rachel and Derek have been texting 40 to 50 times a day for 8 months. Credit card statements showed hotel rooms, restaurants, and a weekend in Kansas City she claimed was spent visiting her sister. I called her sister. She hasn't visited me in 2 years. I hired a private investigator. Derek had done this before. Twice divorced for infidelity. A pattern of targeting married women whose husbands traveled for work. But the worst discovery was our savings. The account I've been putting $1,000 a month into for 5 years. It should have had $60,000. Balance, $3,247. Withdrawals, $2,000 here, $3,500 there, matching the timeline of the affair. She'd been giving him my money. While I drove through blizzards and heat waves, she emptied my savings. The kids came home Sunday. I sat them down before Rachel could twist the story. Dad, what's going on? Emma asked. Jake looked at me, then at Rachel. They're getting divorced. Rachel tried to talk, but I cut her off. Your mother has been having an affair with Derek. I have proof. And she's taken nearly $60,000 from our savings. Emma gasped. Jake's face hardened. Derek, he whispered. Uncle Derek? He's not your uncle. And he's never setting foot near you again. Emma cried. How could you, Mom? Rachel reached for her. Emma pulled away. That's when I knew the truth was clear. The divorce lasted 4 months. Marcus destroyed her in court. The video, the bank statements, Derek's history, all of it. The judge awarded me primary custody. Derek was legally barred from being near the kids. I kept the house, my retirement accounts, and 75% of what remained in savings. Rachel got her car and her credit card debt, and she was ordered to pay me back $30,000. She cried. The judge didn't care. Derek disappeared 2 weeks later. Moved to Colorado. Lost his job after sleeping with his boss's wife. Fitting. Rachel moved to a small apartment in South Omaha and got a job at Target. The kids barely speak to her. I took a local job. Less money, but I'm home every night. I coach Jake's baseball team now. I take Emma to her dance competitions. I make breakfast and dinner every day. The house is quieter, but peaceful. Emma asks sometimes if I'm lonely. Don't you want to meet someone, Dad? Maybe one day, I say. But right now, I'm exactly where I need to be. Jake wants to study engineering. Emma made varsity dance. They're good kids. I saw Derek's first ex-wife at a gas station last month. You got out lucky, she said. He destroyed me financially. I'm sorry. Don't be. You stopped him. He can't do this to anyone else now. You saved the next woman. Maybe. Maybe not. But I saved my kids. And myself. Rachel still texts sometimes. Can we talk? I've changed. Is there any chance? I never respond. 15 years on the road taught me every highway in America. But one night in my own bedroom taught me the only direction that matters. Away from people who see your absence as opportunity and toward the people who see your presence as everything. My kids are my everything now, and I'm finally here for them. That's enough.